The night is dark and echoing with vampires.
September 7th, 2009. Morning, Bonnie Bennett opens her eyes. She expects peace, the white light, Enzo's hand in hers, the end of pain after 8 decades of living. Instead, she sees her teenage bedroom ceiling. The glow-in-the-dark stars she put up when she was 12, the poster of some boy band she pretended to like because Caroline liked them. Her heart stops. She sits up. Her body feels wrong. Too light, too small. Her hands are smooth. No age spots, no wrinkles. She's 16 again. No. She grabs her phone from the nightstand. The screen reads, September 7th, 2009, 7:23 a.m. Bonnie's breath comes in short gasps. This is impossible. She died. She was 80 years old. She held Enzo's hand as she took her last breath in that cabin. She closed her eyes, expecting peace. This is not peace. This is hell. She's back. Back in Mystic Falls, back in her teenage body, back before everything went wrong. Bonnie stands, looks in the mirror. Her 16-year-old face stares back, young, unlined, innocent. But her eyes are different, ancient, haunted. She lived 64 more years after this moment. Watched everyone she loved die, sacrificed herself a dozen times, lost her magic, found it again. Died and came back so many times she lost count. And Enzo, she found Enzo, loved him, lost him, got him back, lived a full life with him, and then she woke up here. Testing, Bonnie whispers. She holds out her hand toward her alarm clock. No chant, no spell, just intent. The alarm clock bursts into flames. Bonnie gasps. Drops her hand, the fire extinguishes immediately. Her Season 8 powers are intact. The psychic abilities, the dimension manipulation, everything she learned over 8 seasons, over decades of magical evolution. It's all here. In her 16-year-old body, she's the most powerful witch in North America. And no one knows it yet. Bonnie sits on her bed, processes. If this is September 7th, 2009, then Stefan Salvatore arrives at Mystic Falls High tomorrow. Elena will meet him. The cycle begins. Damon is already in town, lurking, planning. He'll target Caroline within days. The tomb vampires are sealed beneath Fell's church. For 3 more months, Grams is alive, healthy, downstairs making breakfast. Grams is alive. Bonnie stands, runs to the door, stops. If she tells Grams, Grams won't believe her. Why would she? Time travel isn't real. Bonnie being from the future is insane. Unless Bonnie proves it, the Bennett house. Kitchen, minutes later. Sheila Bennett stands at the stove, making pancakes. She's humming, happy, alive. Bonnie stands in the doorway, staring. Tears stream down her face. Sheila turns, sees Bonnie. Her expression shifts from happy to concerned. Baby girl? What's wrong? Bonnie crosses the room in 3 steps, throws her arms around her grandmother, holds her like she'll disappear. Sheila, confused, hugs her back. Bonnie, what happened? Did you have a nightmare? You're alive, Bonnie whispers. You're really alive. Of course I'm alive, Bonnie. You're scaring me. What's going on? Bonnie pulls back, looks at Grams, her beautiful, strong, alive grandmother. Grams, I need you to listen to me. Really listen. What I'm about to tell you will sound insane, but it's true. Every word. Sheila guides Bonnie to the kitchen table. They sit. Talk to me. I died when I was 80 years old, and I woke up this morning in 2009, 16 again, with all my memories, all my power. Sheila's face is carefully neutral. Bonnie, I know how it sounds, but I can prove it. The tomb. Emily Bennett's tomb beneath Fell's church. It's sealed with 27 vampires inside. You'll die opening it in 4 months. December 2009. The spell drains your life force. You collapse. Stefan and Damon try to save you, but they can't. You die in my arms. Vampires will return to Mystic Falls tomorrow. Stefan Salvatore enrolls at the high school. He's a vampire. So is his brother Damon. Damon will abuse Caroline Forbes, compel her, feed on her, treat her like a blood bag. Elena will fall in love with Stefan, and everything that happens after that, Grams, it's going to destroy all of us. Bonnie, this is... Emily Bennett's grimoire is hidden in the attic. Top shelf. Behind the Christmas decorations. You put it there when I was 10 because you were afraid I'd find it and try to do magic before I was ready. Sheila stands. How do you know that? Your ghost came back to help me with the expression triangle. You told me you hid the grimoire to protect me. Sheila's hands shake. What else? Bonnie's voice drops. Gentle, painful. When I was 5 years old, my mother left. You told me she was busy with work. But that's not the whole truth. She left because you tried to bring her back using dark magic after she got involved with a warlock who hurt her. The spell failed. She saw what magic could do, what it cost, and she ran. You've carried that guilt every day since. Sheila sits down heavily. Her face is white. I've never told anyone that, not even your father. How? You told me when I was 23, after I died for the 3rd time bringing Jeremy back. You said you understood why I kept sacrificing myself, because you did the same thing trying to save my mother. Silence. Sheila stares at Bonnie, really looks at her, sees the age in her granddaughter's eyes, the weight, the pain. Show me your power, Sheila whispers. Prove you're from the future. Above her palm, reality tears. A small pocket dimension forms, swirling energy, crackling with psychic power, a miniature universe contained in Bonnie's hand. Sheila gasps, stands, backs away. That's impossible. That magic doesn't exist. No witch can create dimensions. That's psychic magic. I'm not just a witch anymore, Grams. I'm a psychic. I created a dimension to trap hellfire. I held back the apocalypse. I died and came back so many times I lost count. And I learned magic that won't be discovered for another decade. Bonnie closes her hand. The dimension collapses safely. Sheila sits again, breathing hard. You're really from the future. I won't let that happen. Sheila's eyes fill with tears. What happened to you, baby girl? What did they do to you? Bonnie's voice breaks. I became the sacrificial lamb, over and over. I gave everything to save Elena, to save Mystic Falls, to save people who never appreciated what I gave up. And it cost me everything. My magic, my life, my happiness. Until I finally found Enzo. He's trapped right now, being tortured in the Augustine Society's lab beneath Whitmore College. Has been for 56 years, and I'm going to save him. You fell in love with a vampire. I did. And I'm going to fall in love with him again, because I'm not losing him this time. Sheila reaches across the table, takes Bonnie's hands. What do you need from me? I need you to help me, and I need you to understand that I'm not the Bonnie you raised anymore. I'm 80 years old in a 16-year-old body, and I'm done being the victim. Sheila squeezes her hands. What are you going to do? Bonnie's eyes harden. I'm going to save everyone I love. I'm going to stop the vampires from destroying this town. I'm going to keep you alive, and I'm going to make sure that this time, Bonnie Bennett doesn't lose. And if people get in your way, final. Then they'll learn why you don't cross a Bennett witch who has nothing left to lose. That afternoon, Bonnie's bedroom. Bonnie stands in front of her mirror, studies her reflection. She's 16 again, but she has the mind of an 80-year-old woman. She's lived through wars, apocalypses, dimensional collapses. She's created psychic dimensions, channeled expression, brought people back from the dead. And now she's back at the beginning. Tomorrow, Stefan Salvatore walks into Mystic Falls High. Elena will see him. The attraction will be instant. The cycle will begin. In the original timeline, Bonnie was powerless to stop it. She didn't know about vampires, didn't know about the supernatural world. She was just a girl who could make candles flicker. But now Bonnie Bennett is a weapon. She thinks about what's coming. Damon will target Caroline, compel her, abuse her, feed on her, treat her like a disposable toy. Stefan will fall in love with Elena, genuine love, but it will cost Elena everything. The tomb will open, Grams will die, Katherine will return. Klaus will come for Elena, the sacrifice, the ritual. Elena will become a vampire. Everything will spiral, unless Bonnie stops it. This time, Bonnie whispers to her reflection, I'm not the victim, I'm the apex predator. She holds out her hand, creates fire without a chant, extinguishes it, creates it again. Her Season 8 powers are fully intact, no limitations, no expression backlash, no spirit magic restrictions. She can kill vampires with a thought, can trap them in psychic dimensions, can break every bone in their body without moving, and she's going to use every ounce of that power to protect the people she loves. Starting with Caroline. September 8th, 2009, Mystic Falls High School. First day of junior year. Bonnie walks through the halls with Caroline and Elena. It's surreal, painful, She's seen these people die, watched Caroline become a vampire, watched Elena lose her humanity, watched them suffer for years. Now they're just teenagers, laughing about summer vacation, gossiping about boys completely unaware of what's coming. Caroline is talking about some party. Elena is distracted, still grieving her parents' deaths from 4 months ago. Bonnie barely hears them. She's scanning the crowd, looking for Stefan Salvatore. She knows he's here, enrolled last night. He'll approach Elena today, the brooding, mysterious new guy, the perfect romance novel hero, except he's a vampire, and his presence will destroy everything. Bonnie, are you listening? Bonnie snaps back. Caroline is staring at her. Sorry, what? I said there's a new guy, Stefan Salvatore. He's in our history class, and he's gorgeous. There it is. Have you talked to him? Bonnie asks. Caroline grins. Not yet, but I will. I'm thinking I'll ask him to the back-to-school party. Elena says nothing. She's staring across the hallway. Bonnie follows her gaze. Stefan Salvatore stands by the lockers. Dark hair, brooding eyes. He looks exactly like he did in Bonnie's memories. Young, handsome, haunted. He's staring at Elena. Elena stares back. Bonnie's jaw tightens. The cosmic pull, the doppelganger connection. It's already starting. He's looking at you, Caroline says to Elena, annoyed. Elena doesn't respond. She's lost in Stefan's eyes. Bonnie wants to intervene, wants to pull Elena away, but she can't. Not yet. Elena won't understand. She'll think Bonnie is being overprotective, jealous. Stefan approaches. Bonnie tenses. Hi, Stefan says to Elena. I'm Stefan Salvatore. Elena Gilbert. They shake hands. The connection is instant. Electric. Caroline tries to insert herself. I'm Caroline Forbes, and this is Bonnie Bennett. His eyes are locked on Elena. Nice to meet you, he says absently. Caroline's smile tightens. She's used to being the center of attention. Bonnie says nothing. She's watching Stefan carefully, analyzing him. He's controlling his vampirism well. No veins, no fangs. His compulsion is subtle. He's not forcing Elena to like him. But the doppelganger pull is doing the work for him. Stefan and Elena talk. Bonnie tunes them out. She's thinking ahead. Damon is in town. He's been watching from the shadows. He'll make his move soon, probably tonight. And when he does, Bonnie will be ready. That night, the Mystic Grill. 9:47 p.m. Bonnie sits at a table with Caroline and Elena. They're supposed to be celebrating the first day of school. But Bonnie is on alert. She knows what happens tonight. Damon approaches Caroline at the bar. He compels her, takes her outside, feeds on her. The abuse begins. In the original timeline, Bonnie didn't know, didn't see it happening. Caroline hid it because she was compelled to, but this time Bonnie is watching. Caroline excuses herself. I'm going to get a drink. She walks to the bar. Bonnie tracks her movement, and then he appears. Damon Salvatore. He's wearing his signature black leather jacket, smirking, confident. He slides onto the bar stool next to Caroline. Bonnie stands immediately. Elena looks up. Where are you going? Damon is already talking to Caroline. His voice is smooth. Charming, you're Caroline Forbes, right? I've heard about you. The most popular girl at Mystic Falls High. Caroline blushes. I don't know about that. I do. I've been watching. Creep. Damon's eyes lock onto Caroline's. Compulsion starts to take hold. The pupils dilate. The supernatural influence begins. Bonnie moves. Step away from her. Damon turns, sees Bonnie. His smirk widens. And who are you supposed to be? Sabrina the teenage witch? Bonnie doesn't blink, doesn't smile. She raises one hand. Damon's brain implodes with pain. Psychic aneurysm, instant, overwhelming. He collapses off the bar stool, hits the floor, screams. His hands clutch his head. Veins bulge around his eyes. The entire grill goes silent. Everyone stares. Caroline gasps. Oh my God. Stefan appears from across the room. He moves with vampire speed. Blurs to Damon's side. Stop, Stefan shouts at Bonnie. You're killing him. Bonnie keeps her hand raised. Keeps the pressure on Damon's brain. He's writhing on the floor, screaming. He'll heal, Bonnie says calmly. Stefan stands, faces Bonnie. What are you? Bonnie releases Damon. He gasps for air, lies on the floor trembling. Bonnie steps forward, addresses the entire grill. Her voice carries, "This is my town, you follow my rules. No compelling, no killing. No feeding on anyone without consent. Break these rules, and what just happened to Damon will feel like a massage." Stefan stares at her, genuinely rattled. "What are you?" "I'm Bonnie Bennett, and I'm the reason you two are going to survive what's coming." She looks down at Damon. He's recovering slowly. His vampire healing is kicking in. "Tell your brother the rules, Stefan. I won't repeat them." Bonnie turns, walks back to her table, sits down. Caroline and Elena are frozen, staring at her. "Bonnie," Elena whispers, "what just happened? I stopped a predator from hurting Caroline." "How did you?" "I've been training with Grams. There are things in this town you don't understand yet, but I'm going to protect you, both of you." Caroline is shaking. "That guy, he was going to do something to me. I could feel it. He was, and I stopped him. You're safe now." Damon is pale, shaken. He locks eyes with Bonnie. She stares back. Unwavering, Damon looks away first. The Salvatore boarding house. Later that night, Damon paces. Stefan watches. "That little witch just put me on the floor in front of the entire town. Do you have any idea how humiliating that was?" "Stefan, what were you doing with Caroline? Take her outside. Maybe have a little snack. Is that a crime? You're taking her side?" "I'm taking the side of survival." "Damon, that witch gave you an aneurysm without chanting, without moving. She just raised her hand and you dropped. I've never seen that before. So what? She's powerful. Big deal. We're vampires. We're stronger." Stefan shakes his head. "No, we're not. Not against her. I could feel the power coming off her. She's not a normal witch. She's something else." Damon collapses onto the couch, touches his head. The pain is gone, but the memory lingers. "Fine. I'll play nice. For now. But that little witch is going to be a problem or." Stefan looks out the window toward the town. "Or she's going to save us all." The Bennett house. Midnight, Bonnie sits in her bedroom. Grams knocks. Enters. "I heard what happened at the grill," Grams says. "You gave a vampire an aneurysm in front of the entire town." "I had to. He was going to hurt Caroline." Grams sits on the bed. "Baby girl, you can't use that kind of power publicly. People will ask questions. Let them. I'm done hiding. I'm done pretending to be weak while vampires destroy this town." Bonnie, Grams, in the original timeline, Damon abused Caroline for weeks, compelled her, treated her like a blood bag, and no one stopped him because no one knew. "I'm not letting that happen again." Grams is silent for a moment. "What about Elena? She's falling for Stefan. The doppelganger pull is too strong, but I can protect her from what comes after." "And how do you plan to do that?" "By making sure every vampire in this town knows that if they hurt my friends, I'll destroy them." Grams studies her granddaughter, sees the age, the pain, the determination. "You're not the girl I raised, are you?" "No, I'm the woman that girl became, and I'm going to save everyone I love, no matter what it costs." Grams pulls Bonnie into a hug. "Then I'll help you, whatever you need." Bonnie holds her grandmother tight. "Thank you." After Grams leaves, Bonnie lies in bed, stares at the ceiling. Tomorrow, she'll go to school, pretend to be a normal teenager, keep up appearances, but soon she's going to Whitmore College, because Enzo is suffering, right now, in a cage, being tortured by the Augustine Society, and Bonnie is done waiting. She's crossing time to save him, and God help anyone who gets in her way. 3 days later, the Salvatore boarding house, evening. Bonnie walks up to the front door, doesn't knock, just stands there. Stefan opens the door. He looks surprised. "Bonnie, what are you doing here?" "I need to talk to Damon." "He's not interested in talking to you." "He will be." Bonnie pushes past Stefan, enters without invitation. Stefan follows, concerned. Damon is in the living room drinking bourbon. He sees Bonnie, sets down his glass. Well, the baby witch comes to apologize. "No, I'm here to make you an offer." "Not interested." Bonnie raises her hand. Damon's brain seizes with pain. He collapses to his knees. Stefan moves to intervene. Bonnie's other hand flicks toward him. Stefan freezes, psychically paralyzed. His eyes widen in shock. Bonnie keeps the pressure on Damon for 5 seconds, then releases. Damon gasps. Stefan unfreezes, stumbles. "Like I said," Bonnie continues calmly, "I'm here to make you an offer. You're going to help me rescue someone. A vampire named Enzo. Damon, still on his knees, glares at her. Never heard of him. You will. He's in the same place you were in 1953, the Augustine Society, Whitmore College. How do you know about Augustine? Because I know everything, Damon. I know you were captured. I know they tortured you. I know you escaped, but Enzo didn't. And I know he's been in that cell for 56 years. Stefan, who's Enzo? Bonnie ignores him, focuses on Damon. We're leaving in 1 hour. Pack light. We'll be gone overnight. Why would I help you? Because you owe me for not liquefying your brain 3 days ago. And because if you don't help me, I'll tell Stefan every terrible thing you're planning to do to Elena over the next few years. Damon's jaw tightens. You're bluffing. She's alive. Has been this whole time. You've wasted 145 years obsessing over a woman who played you. Want me to keep going? Damon stares at her. Stefan looks between them, confused. Fine, Damon says. 1 hour. But you better be right about this. I am. Meet me at the town line. Bonnie leaves. Stefan turns to Damon. What was that about? Who's Enzo? Drinks it in one swallow. A ghost from my past. And apparently, that witch knows everything about it. 1 hour later, town line, Bonnie's car. Bonnie is parked on the side of the road when Damon appears. He gets in the passenger seat. Nice car. Did your grandmother let you borrow it? Drive. It's your car. I can't drive and cast cloaking spells at the same time. You drive. I'll navigate. The drive is silent for the first 20 minutes. Then Damon speaks. Why do you care about some vampire you've never met? Because he's my soulmate and I'm not losing him again? Damon glances at her, sees tears on her cheeks. Again? You said you've never met him. Not in this timeline. But I will. He's been in that cage for 56 years, Damon. Tortured, cut open, experimented on by humans who see him as a lab rat. And I'm not waiting one more day to get him out. Then, how do you know all this? I told you. I know everything. That's not an answer. Bonnie looks at him. You want the truth? Fine. I'm from the future. I lived my entire life. Died when I was 80, and I woke up 3 days ago in 2009 with all my memories, all my power, and I'm using that power to save the people I love. Damon laughs. You're insane, but I'm also the most powerful witch you'll ever meet. And if you want to survive what's coming, you'll shut up and help me. Whitmore College, midnight. They park 2 blocks from campus. Bonnie gets out, closes her eyes, chants softly. A cloaking spell washes over them both. They become invisible to cameras, to human eyes. Only supernatural beings can see them now. Follow me, Bonnie says. Don't make noise, don't deviate from the path. And whatever you see in those cells, don't react. I know what Augustine looks like. No. You know what it looked like in 1953. It's worse now. They move across campus. Bonnie leads them to a maintenance building. She uses telekinesis to unlock the door. No key needed, just psychic force. Inside, they descend into the sub-basement, 3 floors down. The smell hits them, blood, antiseptic, decay. Damon's face hardens. I remember this. They reach a corridor lined with cells. Vampires are in those cells. Desiccated, some conscious, some not. All suffering. Bonnie's psychic sense sweeps the area. 23 humans in the building. Doctors, security, lab techs. She raises her hand, focuses her power. 23 humans collapse simultaneously. Unconscious. They won't wake for 30 minutes. Damon stares at her. You just knocked out everyone in this building. Yes. Move. They continue down the corridor. Bonnie stops at a specific cell. Through the reinforced glass, they see him. Enzo. He's emaciated, scarred. His skin is gray from lack of blood. He's chained to a surgical table. IVs drip vervain into his system to keep him weak. He senses them, looks up. His eyes are feral, desperate. He lunges against the chains, snarls. Bonnie's heart shatters. This is her Enzo. But he doesn't know her. He's just a tortured animal right now. Stand back, Bonnie says to Damon. She places her hand on the cell door, channels telekinetic force. The reinforced steel tears off its hinges, crashes to the floor. Damon stares. S1 witches can't do that. I'm not an S1 witch. Bonnie enters the cell. Enzo thrashes against the chains, trying to attack her. She raises her hand. Psychic calm washes over him. His mind quiets. The feral rage recedes. He stops thrashing, stares at her. Who are you? She tears the chains off telekinetically, removes the IVs. Enzo collapses, too weak to stand. Damon enters, scoops Enzo up. He weighs nothing. They've been starving him. Let's go. They move back through the corridors, passing the other cells. Bonnie hesitates. We should free them, the other vampires. They'll be feral, dangerous. Bonnie knows he's right, but it feels wrong to leave them. Then she hears footsteps. Dr. Whitmore. He's awake. Her psychic knockout didn't affect him fully. He must have had a vervain injection recently, diluting the magic. He appears at the end of the corridor, holding a vervain grenade. Stop right there. Bonnie doesn't hesitate. She raises her hand. Dr. Whitmore's heart stops. Psychically crushed, he drops. Dead. Damon stares at her. You just killed him. He tortured innocent beings for decades. I don't feel bad. 2 more doctors appear. They see Dr. Whitmore's body, reach for weapons. Bonnie psychically stops both their hearts. They collapse. We need to go. Now. They run. Damon carrying Enzo. Bonnie covering their escape with psychic barriers. They reach the exit. Bonnie turns back, raises both hands. Fire erupts throughout the facility. Not magical fire. Just accelerated combustion. The building's gas lines rupture. The lab ignites. By the time they reach the car, the Augustine Society's Whitmore facility is burning. Bonnie gets in the driver's seat this time. Damon puts Enzo in the back seat. Enzo is semi-conscious, staring at Bonnie. You came for me, Enzo whispers. No one has ever? Bonnie's tears fall freely now. I will always come for you, in any timeline, in any life. She drives. Behind them, the Augustine facility burns to the ground. Every record destroyed, every doctor dead, every remaining vampire prisoner consumed by the flames. Bonnie doesn't look back. She's got Enzo. That's all that matters. The Bennett house. 3 a.m. Bonnie pulls into the driveway. Grams is waiting on the porch. Bonnie called ahead. Damon carries Enzo inside. They lay him on the couch. Grams brings blood bags, medical supplies. Bonnie takes over. She feeds Enzo herself. 1 blood bag. Slowly, he's so starved that too much at once could overwhelm his system. Enzo drinks. Color returns to his skin. His healing accelerates. After 30 minutes, he can sit up. He looks at Bonnie, really looks at her. I don't understand. Why save me? You don't know me. I do know you. You just don't know me yet. Damon watches from the doorway. This is insane. He's feral. He's been tortured for decades. You can't just leave, Bonnie says. I'll handle this. Damon starts to argue. Bonnie's eyes flash with psychic energy, a warning. Damon leaves. Grams follows him out, gives Bonnie and Enzo privacy. Bonnie kneels in front of Enzo, takes his scarred hands. I need to show you something. It's going to seem impossible, but it's real. Do you trust me? I know, but I'm asking anyway. Do you trust me? He looks into her eyes, sees something there. Something familiar, like he knows her soul even though he's never met her. Yes. Bonnie places her hand on his forehead. Close your eyes. He does. Bonnie enters his mind psychically, creates a shared psychic space. Inside, she shows him their future. Flashes of memory, Enzo and Bonnie dancing in a cabin, laughing, happy. Bonnie choosing Enzo over Damon. I choose you, Enzo. I choose you. Enzo holding Bonnie as she dies of old age. Peaceful, loved. The memories flood through him. He gasps, opens his eyes. That was us. But how? I've never met you. Not yet, but you will. In another timeline, we fell in love. We lived together. We died together. And I'm not waiting for that timeline to play out again. I found you early, and I'm never letting you go. Enzo stares at her. Tears stream down his face. No one has ever come for me. No one has ever loved me. I love you. I've loved you for 70 years. And I'll love you for 70 more. Enzo holds her like she's the only real thing in the world. After a long moment, he pulls back, looks at her. What do you need from me? I need you to help me save my friends, and I need you to let me heal you. I'm yours. Whatever you need, whoever you need me to be. Bonnie smiles through her tears. Just be you. That's all I've ever needed. The Bennett house. Dawn. September 11th, 2009. Enzo sits on the couch, staring at his hands. They're healed now. 3 days of blood bags and rest have done what 60 years of torture tried to prevent. His skin has color, his scars are fading, his vampire healing is working properly for the first time in decades. But he's still broken inside. Bonnie enters carrying another blood bag. Grams is behind her with tea. You need to keep feeding, Bonnie says gently. Your body is still recovering. Enzo takes the bag, drinks slowly. He's learning to eat again, to drink without desperation. How long was I in that place, he asks. 56 years. Enzo closes his eyes. 56 years, and you just walked in and saved me. Like it was nothing, but I wasn't leaving you there. Grams sits in the armchair. Enzo, I need to ask, are you dangerous? To Bonnie? To this town? Enzo looks at her. I was. Before. I would have killed anyone who got near me. But he nods toward Bonnie. She did something to my mind. Showed me a future where I'm not a monster. Where I'm loved. Bonnie sits beside him. That future is real. It happened. Just in a different timeline. And we're going to make it happen again. How? By giving you a reason to be more than what Augustin made you. Enzo sets down the blood bag. What did they make me? Bonnie's voice is sad. A weapon, a test subject, a tortured animal. But that's not who you are. That's what they did to you. How do you know who I am? You've known me for 3 days. I've known you for decades. In another life, you were kind, loyal, protective. You loved deeply. You fought for the people you cared about. And you made me laugh. God, Enzo, you made me so happy. Enzo's eyes fill with tears. I don't remember how to be happy. Then I'll teach you. Grams stands. I'll give you two some privacy. Bonnie, remember, school in 3 hours. I'm not going to school today. Yes, you are. You can't raise suspicion. Elena and Caroline are already asking questions about where you've been. Bonnie sighs. Grams is right. She needs to maintain appearances. Fine. But Enzo stays here. He's not ready to be around people yet. Grams nods, leaves the room. Enzo looks at Bonnie. You're going to leave me here? Alone? Grams will be here, and you need rest. Your body is healing, but your mind needs time too. I don't want to be alone. I've been alone for 56 years. Bonnie takes his hand. You're not alone anymore, I promise. I'll be back in 6 hours, and when I get back, we'll start your training. Training for what? Control. You've been starved and tortured for decades. Your vampire instincts are all over the place. I'm going to help you find balance. How? Bonnie places her hand on his chest, over his heart, with this. Psychic connection. I can calm your mind when the bloodlust spikes. I can help you separate the hunger from the rage. You won't have to fight it alone. Enzo stares at her hand. You do that? Enter my mind whenever I need you? I'd do anything for you. Why? I'm broken, damaged. Bonnie cuts him off. You're the man I love, in any timeline, in any version of reality, and I'm not giving up on you, ever. Enzo pulls her into an embrace, holds her tight. I don't deserve you, he whispers. You deserve everything, and I'm going to prove it to you. Mystic Falls High School, lunchtime. Bonnie sits with Caroline and Elena in the cafeteria. She's pretending to eat, pretending to care about gossip. But her mind is on Enzo. Caroline is talking about Matt Donovan. Elena is distracted, looking across the cafeteria at Stefan. Elena, you're staring again, Caroline says. I'm not staring. I'm observing. That's literally the definition of staring. Bonnie tunes them out. She's scanning the room for threats. Damon hasn't shown up at school, thank God. He's been keeping his distance since the Augustine raid. But Bonnie knows he'll approach eventually. He has questions about Katherine, about the tomb, about how Bonnie knows so much. Bonnie, you've been distracted all week. I'm fine, just tired. Caroline leans in. Is it because of what happened at the grill, with that guy who collapsed? What about it? People are saying you did something to him, like witch stuff. That's ridiculous. Is it? Because I saw you raise your hand and then he just dropped, screaming. Elena, Caroline, that's not possible. Bonnie's not a witch. Bonnie looks at Elena, sweet, naive Elena. She has no idea what's coming. Actually, Bonnie says carefully, I am. Both girls stare at her. What? Elena says. I'm a witch, from the Bennett bloodline. Grams has been training me, and yeah, I made that guy collapse because he was about to hurt Caroline. Caroline's eyes widen. He's a vampire. So is Stefan. Elena laughs nervously. Bonnie, that's not funny. I'm not joking. Stefan Salvatore is a vampire, 162 years old. He was turned in 1864 by a woman named Katherine Pierce, who looks exactly like you, Elena, because you're her doppelganger. Silence. Elena, this is insane. Vampires aren't real. Bonnie raises her hand. The salt shaker on the table levitates, spins in the air, sets back down. Caroline gasps. Oh my God. Elena stares. How did you... Magic. I'm a witch. A very powerful witch. And I'm telling you this because you need to know what's happening in this town. Vampires are real, they're here, and they're dangerous. Caroline, Stefan's a vampire, but he's so nice. He is nice, genuinely, but he's still a vampire, and his brother Damon is a monster. That's why I stopped Damon at the grill. He was going to compel you, Caroline, feed on you, abuse you. Caroline's face goes pale. He was going to, yes, but I stopped him. And I'm going to keep stopping him. That's why I'm telling you this. You need to be careful. Both of you. I don't believe you. Then ask Stefan. Tonight, tell him you know he's a vampire. Watch his reaction. I'm not doing that. Because Klaus Mikhaelsen is coming for you, Elena. And when he does, you're going to die in a ritual unless I stop it. Elena stands. I don't know what's going on with you, Bonnie, but this isn't funny. Vampires. Rituals? You sound insane. She walks away. Caroline hesitates, looks at Bonnie. Is it true? All of it. Yes. And you're really a witch? Prove it. Bonnie holds out her hand, creates a small flame in her palm. No matches, no lighter, just fire. Caroline stares. Holy shit. Yeah, Damon is dangerous. Stefan drinks animal blood. He doesn't hurt people. Damon does. Caroline processes this. That guy at the grill. Damon. He was really going to hurt me, and I won't let that happen ever. Caroline's eyes fill with tears. Thank you for protecting me. I'm not letting anyone hurt you. They sit in silence for a moment. Then Caroline asks, what do we do now? You trust me? You stay away from Damon. You wear this. A small pendant filled with vervain. What is it? Protection. Vervain. It's a plant that weakens vampires. If you wear this, they can't compel you. Keep it on. Always. Caroline takes the necklace, puts it on. What about Elena? Elena doesn't believe me yet, but she will. Soon. The Salvatore boarding house. That evening, Stefan opens the door. Elena, what are you doing here? I need to talk to you. Stefan lets her in. They sit in the living room. Elena takes a breath. Bonnie told me something today. Something crazy, and I need you to tell me the truth. Stefan tenses. What did she tell you? Are you a vampire? His eyes confirm it. Elena stands. Oh my God, it's true. You're a vampire. You're actually a vampire. Bonnie was right. Stefan stands. Please let me explain. Explain what? That you're a monster? That you've been lying to me? I'm not a monster. I don't hurt people. I drink animal blood. I've spent 145 years trying to be better than what I am. Elena backs toward the door. Stay away from me. I would never hurt you. I came to Mystic Falls because I was drawn to you, because you look like Katherine. But I stayed because you're nothing like her. You're kind, compassionate, real. Katherine, the doppelganger Bonnie mentioned? Yes. You're her descendant, her genetic duplicate, and there are people coming who will want to hurt you because of that. But I swear to you, Elena, I will protect you. With my life. Elena stops at the door, turns. Bonnie said someone named Klaus is coming, that he wants to kill me in a ritual. You lied to me. I lied to protect you. If you knew what I was from the beginning, you'd have been terrified. I wanted you to know me first, the real me, not the monster. Elena stares at him. She's torn. Part of her wants to run. Part of her wants to stay. I need time, she says finally, to process this, all of this. Take all the time you need. But Elena, wear vervain. Bonnie's right about that. It'll protect you from compulsion. Bonnie already gave me a necklace. Good. She's smarter than I gave her credit for. Damon appears from the shadows. Well, that went well. She'll come around. Because from where I'm standing, that little witch just destroyed your entire relationship in one afternoon. Stefan turns to his brother. Bonnie's trying to protect her friends. I respect that. You respect the witch who's been torturing me for a week? You deserve it. You were going to abuse Caroline. The old me would have, but your little girlfriend's best friend made it very clear that's not an option anymore. So you'll behave. For now, but only because I'm terrified of that witch. Did you see what she did at Whitmore? She killed 6 people without blinking. Stefan, they were torturing vampires. Still, she's ruthless, powerful, and she knows things she shouldn't know, like Katherine being alive. That Katherine's not in the tomb? I don't know, but we're going to find out. Because in a few months, that tomb opens, and if Katherine's not in there, I'm going to have a very serious conversation with Miss Bonnie Bennett about where she gets her information. December 2009. 3 months later, the comet approaches. The same comet that powered Emily Bennett's spell in 1864. The same comet that will allow the tomb to be opened. In the original timeline, Sheila died opening it. The spell drained her completely, but not this time. Bonnie stands in the Bennett house living room with Grams. She's holding a talisman, a small crystal pendant filled with magical energy. This is it? Grams asks. This will power the spell? I've been storing energy in this for 3 months. Every spell I've cast, I've siphoned a little power into the crystal. It's got enough to open the tomb without killing you. Grams takes the talisman, studies it. I've never seen magic like this. Where did you learn it? From witches who won't be born for another 50 years. Grams sets down the talisman. Baby girl, I need to ask. Are you sure about this? Opening the tomb, Damon's been obsessed with Katherine for months. If she's not in there, but Damon needs to see it for himself. He needs to let go of the delusion. And if he doesn't take it well, I've been handling him for months. That's true. Since the Augustine raid, Damon has been on his best behavior. He doesn't compel humans, doesn't kill, doesn't abuse Caroline, partly because he's terrified of Bonnie, partly because he's curious about Katherine, about the tomb, about how Bonnie knows things, and partly because Enzo is watching him. Enzo has become Bonnie's shadow over the past 3 months. He's healed physically, emotionally he's still recovering, but he's fiercely protective of Bonnie. If Damon steps out of line, Enzo is there, a silent threat. When do we do this? Grams asks. Tonight. The comet peaks at midnight. Fells Church, the tomb entrance, 11:45 p.m. Bonnie, Grams, Stefan, Damon, and Enzo gather at the entrance to the tomb beneath the old church ruins. The tomb is sealed with a massive stone door. Magical symbols are carved into it, Emily Bennett's spell work from 1864. Damon is pacing, anxious. Are we doing this or not? We're doing it, Bonnie says, but we do it my way. Grams doesn't die. Understood? Stefan, how are you going to prevent that? The spell requires massive power. Bonnie holds up the talisman. This has 3 months of stored magical energy. Plus, I'll channel the comet. Plus, I'll use my own power. Grams will guide the spell, but she won't provide the energy. Grams steps forward, stands in front of the tomb door, begins chanting. The spell is in Latin, ancient, powerful. Emily's grimoire floats in the air beside Grams, pages turning on their own. Bonnie stands behind her grandmother, places her hands on Grams's shoulders, channels power through her. The talisman glows, the comet's energy flows down. Bonnie's psychic power amplifies everything. The tomb door shakes, the magical seal cracks. Grams's voice rises. The chant intensifies. The door explodes open. Dust billows out. The tomb is revealed. Grams stumbles. Bonnie catches her. I'm okay, Grams gasps. I'm okay. She's pale, exhausted, but alive. Bonnie hugs her. You did it, and you're alive. Grams stares at her granddaughter with tears in her eyes. You really are from the future. Enzo stays with Bonnie and Grams. Inside the tomb, there are coffins. Desiccated vampires. Pearl, Anna, Harper, Frederick, others. But no Katherine. Damon searches frantically, opens every coffin, checks every corner. Nothing. He collapses to his knees in the center of the tomb. She's not here. She's not here. Stefan places a hand on his brother's shoulder. Damon, she was supposed to be here. 145 years I've waited. She was supposed to be here. Stands in front of Damon. She was never here, Damon. Katherine Pierce faked her death. Emily compelled everyone to believe she was in the tomb. but she escaped in 1864 and has been alive this whole time. Damon looks up at her. You're lying. I'm not, and I can prove it. Bonnie places her hand on Damon's forehead. He tries to pull away, but her psychic grip is too strong. She shows him a vision, psychically projected from her memories of the future. Katherine in 1864, laughing with Emily Bennett. They actually believe I'm dead. The Salvatore brothers are so pathetically devoted. Emily, you used them. Katherine, of course I used them. That's what I do. I survive. And they were useful idiots. The vision ends. Damon gasps, pulls away from Bonnie. No, that's not. She used you. And she's been alive and free while you've wasted 145 years pining for a woman who saw you as a disposable toy. 145 years of delusion shattering in seconds. He falls forward, puts his face in his hands, doesn't cry. But he's broken. Stefan kneels beside him. Brother, she never loved me. It was all a lie. I know. Why? Why did she do this? Bonnie's voice is softer now, because Katherine is a survivor. She uses people, manipulates them, discards them when they're no longer useful. You and Stefan were pawns in her game. Nothing more. Damon looks up at Bonnie. How did you know? How did you know she wasn't in here? Because I've met her in the future. She told me everything. And I've been waiting for this moment. For you to see the truth. Why? Why do you care if I'm delusional? Because you become better than this. In the future, you're my best friend. You're loyal, protective, good. But you can't get there while you're obsessed with Katherine. You need to let her go. Damon stands, walks out of the tomb. Stefan follows. Bonnie stays behind, looks at the desiccated vampires. Pearl and Anna are here. They're not dead, just sleeping. In the original timeline, they were freed. Anna became a problem. Pearl tried to rebuild her life. Bonnie makes a decision. Grams, I need you to seal this tomb again. But first, I need to make some of these vampires swear an oath. An oath. A magical binding. They swear not to harm humans. In exchange, I let them go free. Anyone who doesn't swear stays sealed. Grams nods. I can do that. Swear a magical oath not to harm humans, and you go free. Refuse, and you stay in this tomb for another century. Pearl looks around, sees the open door, sees freedom. I swear, I won't harm humans. Grams channels it. The oath is sealed. Pearl is allowed to leave. They repeat the process with Anna, with Harper, with the others who agree. Frederick refuses. I'm not swearing anything to a human. Then you stay. Bonnie reseals the tomb. 12 vampires are still inside. 15 were freed. All 15 are bound by magical oath. If they harm a human, they die. Instantly. Outside, Damon sits on the ground, staring at nothing. Stefan stands nearby. Enzo watches from a distance. Bonnie emerges with Grams. Grams is tired but alive. Let's go home. As they walk away, Damon calls out, Bonnie. She stops, turns. Thank you for showing me the truth. You're welcome, and I'm sorry for everything I was going to do. Everything I would have done if you hadn't stopped me. Bonnie nods. You'll make it up to me eventually. She leaves. Damon sits alone in the dark. The tomb is open. Katherine isn't inside. 145 years of his life wasted on a lie. But for the first time in over a century, Damon Salvatore is free. 2 weeks later, January 2010, Katherine Pierce stands at the Mystic Falls town line. She's been watching from a distance for weeks. The tomb opened. She heard. Word travels in the vampire world, and now she's curious. She takes a step forward, crosses the town line. Immediately, she slams into an invisible barrier, a boundary spell. Katherine tries to push through. Can't. She's trapped outside the town. What the hell? A voice behind her. Hello, Katerina. Who are you? I'm Bonnie Bennett, and I've been expecting you. Katherine tries to run. Bonnie raises her hand. Psychic force slams Katherine to the ground, pins her. Katherine struggles. What are you doing? Taking you somewhere we can talk. Bonnie waves her hand. The boundary spell opens a small gap, just large enough for Katherine to pass through, dragged by Bonnie's telekinesis. Katherine is pulled across the town line. The boundary closes behind her. She tries to get up. Bonnie keeps her pinned psychically. Stop fighting. It's embarrassing. What do you want? I want to make you a deal. I don't make deals with witches. You will with me. Because I'm the only thing standing between you and Klaus. Katherine's eyes widen. How do you know about Klaus? I know everything about you, Katerina. I know about Nadia. I know about Trevor. I know about Bulgaria in 1490. I know you stole the moonstone and faked your death. I know you've been running from Klaus for 5 centuries. Katherine stares. That's impossible. Bonnie releases the psychic hold. Katherine stands slowly. Walk with me, Bonnie says. They walk toward the Bennett house. Katherine is wary but curious. How do you know all this? Katherine asks. I'm from the future. I lived my entire life. I've met you. You told me your history, and now I'm using that knowledge to change things. Change what things? In a few months, he's going to try to perform the sun and moon ritual, use Elena as the doppelganger sacrifice. But I'm going to stop him. Katherine laughs bitterly. You can't stop Klaus. No one can. Watch me. Come inside, or I'll drag you inside psychically. Katherine enters. Inside, Grams sits at the kitchen table. Enzo stands in the corner. Both watch Katherine warily. Bonnie sits, gestures for Katherine to sit across from her. Katherine sits. So what's this deal? Bonnie slides a small amulet across the table. This is a cloaking charm. It hides you from Klaus's detection. Magical, psychic, and supernatural tracking. As long as you wear this, Klaus can't find you. Katherine picks up the amulet, studies it. What's the catch? You help me trap Klaus. Lure him into a magical ambush. Testify against him to Elijah if needed. And you stop manipulating the Salvatore brothers. That's it? That's it? Help me neutralize Klaus, and I give you something you've wanted for 500 years. Freedom. Real freedom. No more running. Katherine turns the amulet over in her hands. Why should I trust you? Because unlike everyone else in your life, I'm not trying to use you. I'm trying to save you. Katherine looks up, searches Bonnie's face for deception, finds none. You really think you can stop Klaus? I don't think. I know. I've already done it once. Immediately, her supernatural presence dims. She becomes harder to sense. This is real, Katherine whispers. I can feel it working. Now, here's what I need from you. Bonnie lays out her plan. Klaus will arrive in Mystic Falls in March. He'll try to perform the ritual. But Bonnie will have prepared a trap. Magical chains powered by a century of Bennett ancestors. A psychic prison to hold Klaus while he's weakened. Katherine's job. Lure Klaus to the ritual site. Make him think everything is going according to his plan. And if something goes wrong? Katherine asks. Then you run. The amulet will keep you hidden. But nothing will go wrong. I've planned for every contingency. Katherine stands. I'll think about it. You have 1 week. Then I need your answer. Stops, turns. Why are you helping me? I've done terrible things. Hurt people. I'm not a good person. Bonnie's voice is gentle. I know, but you're also a survivor. A woman who was turned into a vampire against her will and has been running for 5 centuries. You deserve a chance to stop running. Everyone does. Katherine stares at her. For the first time in centuries, she feels something like hope. I'll give you my answer in a week. She leaves. Enzo approaches Bonnie. Do you trust her? And right now, she's more afraid of Klaus than she is tempted to betray me. Grams, and if she does betray you, Bonnie's eyes harden. Then I'll kill her. Simple as that. 1 week later, Katherine's return. Katherine shows up at the Bennett house. Bonnie is waiting on the porch. I'm in, Katherine says. I'll help you trap Klaus. Sit down. We need to go over the details. They spend 3 hours planning. Katherine provides intelligence on Klaus, his habits, his weaknesses, his paranoia. Bonnie cross-references it with her future knowledge. Everything aligns. One question, Katherine says. Why are you doing all this? Saving Elena, trapping Klaus, protecting everyone. What's in it for you? Bonnie looks at her. In the original timeline, I sacrificed everything for people who never appreciated it. I lost my magic, lost years of happiness. This time, I'm not losing anything. I'm choosing to save people on my terms. And no one dies except the people who deserve it. Katherine nods slowly. You're not like other witches. I'll play my part. But Bonnie, if Klaus wins, I'm running. I won't die for you. Fair enough. But he's not going to win. Katherine leaves. Bonnie watches her go. Enzo emerges from inside. Do you really think you can trap an original? Bonnie turns to him. I've done it before. In another timeline. I held Klaus psychically while Elijah daggered him. I can do it again. Stronger. I'm stronger now than I was then. I have decades of knowledge. I have you. I have Grams. I have every advantage. Enzo pulls her into an embrace. Then I'll stand beside you. Whatever happens, I love you. I love you too, even though I've only known you 4 months. You've known me longer. You just don't remember yet. Enzo smiles. Then I'm looking forward to remembering. February 2010, the Bennett house. Bonnie sits at her desk writing, not homework, an invitation. She's writing to Elijah Michelson. The letter is formal and magically delivered. She'll send it via a spell that will place it directly in Elijah's hands, wherever he is. The letter reads, Elijah Michelson, I am Bonnie Bennett, heir to the Bennett bloodline and guardian of Mystic Falls. I write to you regarding your brother Niklaus and the sun and moon curse. I possess the moonstone. I possess knowledge of your family's secrets, and I possess the power to help you neutralize Klaus. I invite you to Mystic Falls for a formal parley. Come alone. Come in peace. And we will discuss terms. If you accept, you will find my home protected by boundary spells and magical wards. An attack will be met with lethal force. A conversation will be met with respect. The choice is yours. Bonnie Bennett. She folds the letter, seals it with wax, presses her thumb into the seal. A drop of her blood binds the magic. She chants. The letter vanishes. Across the Atlantic, in a London penthouse, Elijah Michelson is reading a book when a letter materializes in front of him. He catches it, studies the seal. Bennett magic. Very old magic. He opens it, reads, his eyebrows raise. Well, Elijah murmurs, this is unexpected. 3 days later, the Bennett house. Evening. A black car pulls up to the house. Elijah steps out, impeccably dressed in a tailored suit. He approaches the front door. Bonnie opens it before he knocks. Mr. Michelson, please, come in. Elijah enters, studies the house, feels the magical protections layered throughout. Impressive wards, he says. Old magic. Bennett magic. My grandmother's work. With my enhancements. Graham sits in the living room. Enzo stands in the corner, silent, watchful. Bonnie gestures to the couch. Please, sit. Would you like tea? Elijah sits. No, thank you. I prefer to get directly to business. As you wish. Bonnie sits across from him, slides a small object across the table, the moonstone. Elijah's eyes widen. How did you acquire this? I took it from Katherine. She's been hiding in Mystic Falls, but she's under my protection now. Katharina is here? Yes. And before you ask, no, you can't have her. She's working with me. Elijah's expression hardens. Katharina has evaded my family for 5 centuries. She stole the moonstone. She was running for her life. From Klaus, from you, from everyone, and now she's helping me trap Klaus. So she's off limits. You're very bold for a teenage witch. I'm not a teenage witch. I'm a Bennett witch with power you can't comprehend. And yes, I'm negotiating with you. What do you want? I want Klaus neutralized, trapped, daggered, removed from power, and I want protection for everyone in Mystic Falls. Absolute immunity. And in exchange, I deliver Klaus to you, weakened, trapped in magical chains, ready for you to dagger him with white oak ash. Elijah leans back. How do you know about the white oak? About the dagger? Bonnie recites, Esther Michelson bound Klaus's werewolf side with a curse. She made him a vampire to save his life after Michael killed him. But the spell had a flaw. Klaus is a hybrid, half vampire, half werewolf. The only thing that can kill him permanently is white oak. But you can incapacitate him with a silver dagger coated in white oak ash. How do you know this? I know everything about your family, Elijah. I know Klaus killed your mother. I know he's not Mikhail's son. He's the son of a werewolf. I know Finn has been daggered for 900 years. I know Cole was daggered in 1914. I know Rebecca has been daggered and undaggered dozens of times. This is impossible. These are family secrets. Bonnie leans forward. I know Tatia. I know the original doppelganger. I know Esther created the immortality spell because Mikhail forced her to after your youngest brother Henrik was killed by werewolves. I know Klaus has spent 1,000 years hunting doppelgangers to break his curse, and I know that in a few weeks he's coming to Mystic Falls to kill Elena Gilbert. Elijah stands, paces. What are you? I'm the witch who's going to help you stop your brother, if you agree to my terms. Elijah stops, turns. What terms? Absolute protection for Elena Gilbert, Caroline Forbes, Bonnie Bennett, Enzo St. John, Stefan Salvatore, Damon Salvatore, and everyone else in Mystic Falls. No harm comes to them, ever. From you, from Klaus, from any Mikhailson. That's a significant demand, and I'm offering you Klaus on a silver platter. Seems like a fair trade. Elijah sits again, studies Bonnie, sees no fear in her eyes, only calculation. You remind me of my mother, he says. Powerful, ruthless when necessary, but guided by love. Is that a compliment? It is, and you have my word. Your people are under my protection. Bonnie extends her hand. Then we have a deal. Elijah shakes it. Grams stands, places her hands over their joined hands, chants. A binding spell activates. Magical energy wraps around their wrists. The deal is sealed. If either breaks the agreement, they die. Elijah feels the magic settle, nods approvingly. Well played. I don't take chances. Elijah releases her hand. The spell fades but remains bound to both of them. Now, Bonnie says, let's discuss the trap. They spend 2 hours planning. Bonnie explains the ritual site, the magical chains the psychic assault she'll use to weaken Klaus. Elijah provides tactical advice, where to position the chains, how to maximize the binding spell, when to strike. At the end, Elijah stands. I must say, Miss Bennett, you've impressed me. Most witches would be terrified to negotiate with an original. You bargained like an equal. That's because I am your equal. In power, if not in age. Elijah smiles. I believe you. When Klaus arrives, I'll be ready. And Miss Bennett, thank you for giving me a chance to stop my brother before he becomes truly unstoppable. You're welcome. Grams collapses into a chair. We just made a deal with a 1,000-year-old vampire, and now Klaus doesn't stand a chance. Enzo, you really think we can trap him? Bonnie's eyes glow with psychic energy. I don't think. I know, because I've already done it once, and this time I'm not failing. March 2010. 3 weeks later, Klaus Mikhailson arrives in Mystic Falls with the confidence of a man who has planned this moment for 1,000 years. He drives a black SUV. Behind him, 3 more vehicles. Compelled vampires. Hybrid failures from previous attempts. Witches he's coerced into service. He parks outside the Mystic Grill, steps out, surveys the town. Quaint, he mutters. Let's see what secrets you're hiding, Mystic Falls. He walks into the grill. Every head turns. Klaus compels the entire room with a glance. Everyone applaud. They do. Standing ovation. Klaus grins. Much better. Now who can tell me where I might find Elena Gilbert? A compelled human stammers. She goes to the high school. Lives on Maple Street. And the Bennett witch? Bonnie Bennett? Silence. No one knows where Bonnie is. Klaus's smile fades. No one. Really? A powerful witch in a small town, and no one knows where she lives. More silence. Klaus grabs the nearest human, a college-age boy. You, find the Bennett witch, bring her to me, or I'll kill everyone in this building. He compels the boy, releases him. The boy runs out. Klaus sits at the bar, orders bourbon, waits. He doesn't know that Bonnie is watching psychically. From miles away, she sees everything through the eyes of a spelled crow perched outside the grill. He's here, Bonnie says. Grams, Enzo, Stefan, Damon, Elena, and Caroline are gathered in the Bennett house. Elena, what do we do? Bonnie, we stick to the plan. Klaus will come for you, Elena. He'll try to take you to the ritual site. We let him think he's winning. Then we spring the trap. Stefan, and if something goes wrong, Bonnie's eyes glow with psychic energy. Nothing will go wrong. I've prepared for this for months. Every contingency, every variable. Klaus doesn't stand a chance. Damon, you're very confident for someone who's about to fight a 1,000-year-old hybrid. And this time, I'm stronger. Caroline, what do you need us to do? Bonnie, stay here, all of you. This house is warded. Klaus can't enter. Can't compel anyone inside. You're safe as long as you stay put. Elena, but if he takes me, he won't. I'll be there. Grams will be channeling the ancestors, and Elijah will dagger Klaus the moment he's weak enough. Enzo, and if Klaus is stronger than you expect, then I'll use the psychic dimension. Trap him in a mental prison. Hold him until Elijah can dagger him. One way or another, Klaus falls tonight. The Lockwood Cellar, ritual site, 11:47 p.m. Klaus has set up the ritual exactly as planned. Torches, altar, magical symbols drawn in blood. He has the werewolf, Tyler Lockwood, turned into a transitional werewolf, killed but not yet fully transformed. He has the vampire, a compelled vampire Klaus brought from out of town, expendable. He has the moonstone, retrieved from Katherine, who accidentally let Klaus capture her earlier today, part of Bonnie's plan. And he has the witch, Greta Martin, a witch loyal to Klaus who will perform the spell. What he doesn't have, the doppelganger. Klaus paces. Where is she? Where is Elena Gilbert? The locator spell isn't working. Someone's blocking it. And kill them. It's Bennett magic, very strong. I can't break through. Klaus's jaw tightens. Then we'll force her out, burn down her friends' houses, kill her brother, do whatever it takes. A voice from the shadows. That won't be necessary. Bonnie steps into the torchlight. Elena is beside her, willingly. Klaus turns, studies them. Ah, the doppelganger, and the Bennett witch. How convenient. I take what I want. Not this time. Elena cooperates with the ritual. You get to break your curse, but in exchange, you leave Mystic Falls. Forever. No hybrids. No revenge. You get your freedom, and you disappear. Klaus considers this. And why would Elena cooperate? Elena steps forward. Because Bonnie promised me I'll survive, and I trust her. Klaus studies Elena, sees no fear, only resignation. Interesting. The doppelganger chooses to die. The ritual begins. Klaus kills the vampire, drains the blood into the ceremonial chalice. He kills Tyler, the werewolf component. He takes the moonstone, places it on the altar. Then he approaches Elena. Last chance to run, Klaus says. Elena, I'm not running. Klaus takes the ceremonial dagger, cuts Elena's throat, not deep, just enough to bleed her. Blood flows into the chalice. Elena gasps, collapses. Bonnie catches her, lays her down gently. Klaus drinks the blood. The curse breaks. Immediately his body convulses, bones crack, his face shifts. Werewolf features emerge. His eyes flash gold. Klaus screams, not in pain, in triumph. Yes, it's working. I can feel it. I'm whole. The transformation continues. Klaus is distracted, overwhelmed by the power flooding his system. Bonnie stands, raises both hands. The ground beneath Klaus erupts. Magical chains shoot up, spelled iron, covered in runes, powered by 100 years of Bennett ancestors channeling through Grams miles away. The chains wrap around Klaus's wrists, ankles, neck, pin him to the ground. Klaus roars, tries to break free. Can't. What is this? And you walked right into it. She places her hand on Klaus's head. Psychic invasion. Bonnie enters Klaus's mind, creates a psychic prison, a dimension of endless pain just like she did with Hellfire in the original timeline. Inside Klaus's mind, Bonnie constructs walls of psychic energy, traps his consciousness in a loop of his worst memories. Mikhail hunting him, over and over, Esther cursing him, binding his werewolf side, his siblings turning on him, betraying him. Klaus screams. In the physical world, his body writhes against the chains. Stop, what are you doing to me? Bonnie's voice echoes in his mind. I'm showing you what it feels like to be powerless, to be trapped, to suffer. Holding an original psychically is draining her exponentially. Grams, miles away in the Bennett house, is channeling everything she has. The ancestors are pouring power through her. But it's not enough. Bonnie can feel herself burning out. The psychic energy required to hold Klaus is too much. Even with her Season 8 powers, even with the ancestors, even with months of preparation, Klaus is too strong. She has maybe 2 minutes before she collapses. Elijah, Bonnie shouts, now. Elijah appears from the shadows. He's been waiting, watching. He holds a silver dagger coated in white oak ash. He approaches Klaus. I'm sorry, brother, but I can't let you be a monster. He drives the dagger into Klaus's heart. Klaus gasps. Gray veins spread across his skin. The white oak ash works even on hybrids. He desiccates, collapses. Bonnie releases the psychic hold. Stumbles, Enzo catches her. "I've got you," Enzo whispers. Bonnie gasps for air. Blood streams from her nose. Is he down? Elijah checks Klaus's body. He's desiccated. The dagger worked. "I'll take him to the family. We'll decide his fate together." But as Elijah moves to lift Klaus's body, something happens. The psychic energy Bonnie used, the massive amount required to hold an original, has torn the veil between dimensions. A rip appears in the air. Psychic fire crackles through it, and a presence pushes through. Cold, ancient, malevolent. Arcadius, Cade manifests as a shadowy figure wreathed in psychic flames. "Such exquisite power," Cade's voice echoes. "I haven't felt a psychic this strong since myself." Bonnie stares. No, I sealed you. You're supposed to be locked in hell." Cade laughs. "You opened a door, Bonnie Bennett, when you created that psychic prison for Klaus. You tore the veil, and now I'm here." Bonnie tries to stand. Enzo supports her. "I'll send you back. You used everything you had on Klaus. You have nothing left." It's true. Bonnie is drained, completely. She can barely maintain consciousness. Cade steps closer. "You and I are the same, psychics who bent reality to our will. Join me. Together we could reshape existence." "I'm nothing like you." Cade's eyes glow. "Aren't you? You just tortured an immortal being. You killed doctors at Augustine. You've manipulated your friends, controlled events, played God with people's lives. You've become exactly what I am." Bonnie falters, because part of her knows he's right. She has been ruthless, manipulative. She's killed. She's controlled. And I won't let you break her. Cade laughs. "A vampire thinks he can stop me?" Enzo doesn't attack. Instead, he places his hand on Bonnie's shoulder, grounds her. "Bonnie, listen to me. You're not like him. Yes, you've done hard things, made hard choices, but you did them out of love. He created hell out of rage. That's the difference." Bonnie looks at Enzo, sees the faith in his eyes. She draws strength from it. She stands, faces Cade. "You're right. I'm powerful. I've done terrible things, but I'm not alone, and that's what you never understood." Grams, miles away, feels it. Channels harder. Enzo, beside her, feels it. Offers his life force. Elena, recovering from the ritual, feels it. Sends her will. Stefan, Damon, Caroline, everyone in Bonnie's life sends their energy, their love, their faith. Bonnie channels all of it into a psychic weapon. She doesn't attack Cade directly. She doesn't try to destroy him. That's impossible. Instead, she seals the dimensional tier. Psychic energy weaves across the rip, closes it, shoves Cade back into his realm. Cade reaches out. "This isn't over, Bonnie Bennett. I'll be waiting for you." The tear closes. Cade vanishes. Bonnie collapses. Enzo catches her. Did I do it?" "Enzo, you did. He's gone." The Bennett house. Hours later, Bonnie wakes in her bed. Grams sits beside her. Enzo stands by the window. "How long was I out?" Bonnie asks. Grams, 6 hours. You pushed yourself too hard. Holding Klaus, then fighting Cade. Baby girl, you could have died. But I didn't. No. Because Enzo brought you home. Because I channeled the ancestors to stabilize you. Because you're stubborn." Bonnie sits up. Her head pounds. Her body aches. But she's alive. Klaus? "Enzo. Elijah took him. Put him in a coffin. He's leaving Mystic Falls tonight. Said he'll honor the agreement. And Elena, she's weak, but she'll recover. Stefan's with her." Bonnie exhales. "We did it. We actually did it. Grams, we did. But Bonnie, Cade, you opened the door to hell. What if he comes back? He will. Eventually, but not today. I sealed the tier. It'll hold for years at least." Enzo sits on the bed. "You scared me. When you collapsed, I'm sorry. Don't apologize. You saved everyone. You're a hero." Bonnie takes his hand. "I'm not a hero. I'm just someone who refused to lose the people I love." Enzo leans in, kisses her forehead. "You're my hero. Always." Bonnie pulls him closer, kisses him properly. It's their first real kiss. The first kiss since she woke up in 2009. Enzo pulls back, smiles. "I've been waiting months for that. Then I'd better make up for lost time." He kisses her again. Grams clears her throat. "I'll give you two some privacy." She leaves, closes the door. Bonnie and Enzo lie together on the bed, not doing anything, just holding each other. What happens now? Enzo asks. Now we live. We get to be happy. No prophecies, no sacrifices. Just us. I like the sound of that. Bonnie closes her eyes. For the first time in 70 years, she feels at peace. 2 days later, Mystic Falls Town Square. Bonnie walks through the square with Elena and Caroline. It's a normal afternoon. Sunny. Peaceful. I still can't believe you trapped Klaus, Caroline says. An original. You just trapped him, Bonnie, with a lot of help. Elena, thank you for saving me, for saving all of us. You're welcome. Caroline, so what now? Klaus is gone. The tomb vampires are bound. Damon's behaving. Do we just go back to normal? Bonnie, there's no such thing as normal in Mystic Falls. But yeah, we try. Elena, and you and Enzo? You're really together? Bonnie smiles. We are. Caroline, that's so romantic. You saved him from torture. He fell in love with you. It's like a fairy tale. More like a horror movie with a happy ending. They laugh. Across the square, Damon watches them. Stefan joins him. Stefan, she did it. She saved everyone. Damon, she broke me down, forced me to see Katherine for what she was, made me behave like a decent person, and I kind of hate her for it. From myself, from 145 years of delusion, she's infuriating and terrifying and the best thing that ever happened to this town. Stefan, are you saying you're grateful? Damon, don't push it. They walk away. 6 months later, September 2010, Mystic Falls has changed. Klaus is neutralized, daggered and stored by Elijah somewhere in Europe. Katherine is free, wearing her cloaking amulet. She visits Mystic Falls occasionally, but mostly travels the world, finally free from the fear of Klaus. The tomb vampires are under magical oath. Pearl and Anna live quietly in town. Frederick and the others who refused the oath remain sealed. Damon has redeemed himself. Mostly, he doesn't kill. He's even started attending Founders' Council meetings, helping protect the town. Stefan and Elena are together, happy. No constant threat of death hanging over them. Caroline is thriving, never turned into a vampire. Never abused. She's dating Matt Donovan, normal human relationship. And Bonnie is finally free. The Bennett house. Evening. Bonnie sits on the porch with Enzo. They're watching the sunset. Grams brings them lemonade. You two are disgustingly happy, Grams says. Bonnie, we are. Is that a problem? Not at all. I'm just not used to seeing you smile this much. Bonnie looks at her grandmother, healthy, alive, vibrant. I have a lot to smile about. The Bennett curse. For generations, Bennett witches have served vampires, sacrificed themselves, died young. But you changed that. You put yourself first, and everyone's better for it. Bonnie, I just refuse to be the martyr. That's all. That's everything. You chose yourself, your happiness, your life, and the world didn't end. In fact, it got better. Enzo, she's right. You saved everyone by refusing to sacrifice yourself. Bonnie leans into Enzo. I learned something important. You can't save everyone by dying for them. Sometimes you save them by living, by being strong enough to stand up and say no more. Your mother would be too. Bonnie's eyes fill with tears. Thank you, Grams. They sit in comfortable silence watching the sun set over Mystic Falls. Mystic Falls High School. The next day, Bonnie walks into school with Elena and Caroline. It's their senior year. They're laughing about something trivial, a test, a party, normal teenage concerns. Bonnie lets herself enjoy it. The normalcy, the simplicity, because she earned it, she fought for it, bled for it, crossed time itself for it. And now she gets to live it. Bonnie, smirking, what do you want, Damon? Just wanted to say thank you for saving me from myself. Bonnie studies him. He's sincere. You're welcome for everything I would have done if you hadn't stopped me. I know. You're forgiven, mostly. Damon grins. I'll take mostly. Friends? Bonnie considers. Yeah, friends. Damon extends his hand. Bonnie shakes it. Their friendship starts here, not built on Bonnie's sacrifice, but on mutual respect. Healthier, stronger, real. The Wickery Bridge. Sunset. Bonnie stands on the bridge where, in the original timeline, so many terrible things happened. But not this time. This time the bridge is just a bridge. Enzo joins her, takes her hand. What are you thinking about, he asks. Everything, the original timeline, all the pain, all the loss, and how different things are now. Better, so much better. Grams is alive, you're free, Elena's safe. Caroline's happy, the Bennett curse is broken. This is what I fought for. Enzo pulls her close. And what do you want now? What's next for Bonnie Bennett, Bonnie thinks. In the original timeline, she spent her entire life fighting, sacrificing, losing. But now she gets to choose. I want to finish high school, go to college, maybe study magic formally, travel with you, see the world, build a life that's mine, not dictated by prophecies or curses or vampires who think they own me. That sounds perfect. The man she crossed time to save. I love you, she says. I love you too. In this timeline and every other, because Bonnie Bennett chose herself, and in doing so, she saved everyone. Epilogue. Bonnie's inner monologue. Bonnie stands in her bedroom later that night. Looks at herself in the mirror. She's 17, but she has the soul of an 80-year-old woman. She's lived 2 lifetimes, seen 2 futures. In the first, she sacrificed everything, lost everything, died with nothing but regrets. In the second, she chose differently. She chose power. She chose boundaries. She chose herself. And the world didn't punish her for it. The world rewarded her. Grams is alive. Enzo is free. Elena is safe. Caroline is happy. Damon is redeemed. Klaus is neutralized. The Bennett curse is broken. Bonnie speaks to her reflection. People always said Bonnie Bennett was the most powerful witch in Mystic Falls. They were wrong. I wasn't the most powerful witch. I was the most powerful being. And this time, I didn't save the world by dying. I saved it by living, by refusing to be the sacrifice, by choosing myself. This is my timeline, my story, and I'm just getting started. The final scene. 1 year later. The Bennett house porch. Bonnie sits with Grams, Enzo, Elena, Stefan, Caroline, Matt, and Damon. They're having a barbecue. Normal. Happy. Damon raises his glass. A toast. To Bonnie, the witch who saved us all by refusing to die for us. Everyone laughs. Raises their glasses. Bonnie, I'll drink to that. They clink glasses. Drink. Grams leans over. Whispers to Bonnie, you did it, baby girl. You broke the cycle. And, Bonnie, we did it. Together. Grams, I'm so proud of you. Bonnie hugs her grandmother. Holds her tight. Across the porch, Enzo watches with a smile. Elena and Stefan are laughing about something. Caroline and Matt are debating the best barbecue sauce. Damon is pretending to be annoyed but secretly enjoying himself. This is family. Real family. Not bound by blood or prophecy or curse. Bound by choice, by love, by the decision to stand together. Bonnie releases Grams, stands, walks to the edge of the porch, looks out at Mystic Falls. In the original timeline, this town destroyed her, took everything, left her with nothing. But in this timeline is hers. She protected it, saved it, ruled it. Not as a servant, not as a sacrifice, as a queen. Enzo joins her, takes her hand. Happy, he asks. Bonnie smiles more than I ever thought possible. Good, because you deserve it, all of it. Bonnie leans her head on his shoulder, watches the sun set over her town. She's 17 years old. She's 80 years old. She's both. She's neither. She's Bonnie Bennett, the witch who refused to be a victim, the woman who chose herself, the hero who saved the world by living. And her story is just beginning. Final narration. Bonnie's voice. They say the Bennett witches are cursed, doomed to serve vampires, doomed to sacrifice themselves, doomed to die young and alone. But I broke that curse. Not with a spell, not with a ritual, not with blood magic or dark power. I broke it by saying no. No, I won't die for you. No, I won't be the martyr. No, I won't let you take everything from me. And when I said no, the world didn't end. It began. Grams is alive. Enzo is free. My town is protected. And I'm finally happy. People always said Bonnie Bennett was the most powerful witch in Mystic Falls. They were wrong. I'm not the most powerful witch. I'm the most powerful being. And this time, I didn't save the world by dying. I saved it by living, by refusing to be the sacrifice, by choosing myself. This is my timeline, My story, my life, and I'm never giving it up again. The end.